So here we are for a segment on self-reflection and how to figure out what type of relationship you're in, because as you've indicated in a few prior segments, self-reflection is a big part of the relationship and of staying in adult mode. I happen to know of relationships where one person wants to reflect, self-reflect, clarify, seek clarification, and offer clarification, and the other person doesn't want to, and the way they show each other respect is by this one keeps doing it and irritating that person, this one doesn't do it and irritates that person. If you have two people who don't want to self-reflect, who don't want to clarify, who don't want to seek clarification, they can parallel play for 50 years. And I know couples who have done that and are continuing to do that. They parallel play, they go on vacations, they have a wonderful time, but they don't talk to each other. But they meet their own needs. I know of other couples who are constantly talking and interacting and seeking clarification and arguing, and not arguing to hurt, but arguing to try to improve. And that's how we started in the very first segment, with two people who are in that type of relationship. So those are two relationships. Then there's a third type of relationship where you meet someone new and you're the type of person, and so is that other type of person, who wants to earn trust, earn respect, share trust, share respect, be trusted, be respected, and feel that for the other person, and it's mutual. So there's the unknown of the two people who really want to do it. There are the people who want to parallel play through life. And then there is the communication of the people who already have what these two people want to establish. They communicate. Then there's the mismatched couple. And they will never really see eye to eye unless they really have a great therapist. So
what you just described are different couples, and let's assume, for the sake of our conversation, that they are married.
okay.
And these married couples, whether they're married by virtue of clergy or their own particular appreciation for each other and choose to remain,
Yeah.
in that marriage, the nature of their dance is unique for them. They determine, based on their background, based on where they're at, where they are most comfortable. And as you've indicated, there are those who continue to seek, to continue to try to get more and more connected with the other person, a deeper understanding of them as well as a deeper understanding of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That's one kind of relationship, relatively rare. Your description of the four other types of dances that you described is accurate. There are many, many other modifications of those kinds of things. And if to the couple that's involved, they are able to achieve for them a feeling of equilibrium or satisfaction.
Comfort, balance within the relationship, and
Exactly.
both feels that
Exactly.
comfort.
Then there is no one who can say it is not an acceptable or working relationship. Because
Okay, right.
they have agreed, verbally, non-verbally, intellectually, emotionally, they have agreed to be where they are at, to remain where they are at. In my practice, many years back, of marriage counseling, the difficulty comes in when one or the other starts to grow. And they grow out of the level of what up to that point had been acceptable. And now they want something different. Their partner is not at that point.
But you're suggesting, the word grow suggests better than. So instead of saying grow, why don't we say change?
Okay.
Okay, we're going to have to Oh, we don't have to put it on hold, somebody else, okay. So, how about they change? They just have a different, because let's say you have two people who want to get to know each other, and then one person says, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to grow with you anymore. So this person chooses not to stay the same as what they had originally agreed to. So what you're saying is when one member of the team decides there's a different path that is necessary.
The word change is okay. I see it a little differently, but let me give you an example to see if I can make my point clearer. Two people become very much involved with each other, very much happy with each other, and they are in love and they are married, either by clergy, by
Right, so you have
however.
two people who meet and they're in love. Okay.
And they have agreed on the nature of their relationship, and then one of the two says, you know, what would you think about having a little bit more open kind of marriage? What if we were to join this swinging group?
Okay, so one person wants to be a swinger, and then what does the other person want?
And the other person is, no, I'm very happy with you.
Okay, so the other person, so one wants to start being a swinger and the other one doesn't, or one wants to start being a vegetarian and the other one doesn't, or whatever it is.
That change,
Yeah,
if it gets to the point of raising all kinds of emotional issues and a lot of discomfort, is what eventually drives the individuals into a marriage counseling situation.
and it doesn't have to be a relationship thing. It can be where they were both vegetarian and they both lived that kind of life and a holistic, organically grown, and the other person says, I want to start eating meat and I want to start killing cows and I want to start wearing leather and I want to get a fur coat.
Right.
So then this is the person who's changing. I'm not going to call that deteriorating or growth. They're changing. They're choosing a different path.
Fair enough.
But if there's an emotional situation where you have people who are two people who have a very non-reflective type of relationship and one wants to start to reflect, you're calling that growth. So in the next segment, we're going to come back and deal more specifically with that. But I think for this discussion, we've come to the understanding that you could have people, no matter what relationship they choose to have, as long as it satisfies them, that is what's right for them, as long as they can channel positive energy and stay balanced and feel comfortable.
Right.
All right, in the next segment, we'll talk about different types of growth or change and how that can impact your relationship.
Good.